Buzz buzz.
Dude, imagine if those all came out.
Oh, I already knew there was nothing in
They
there.
just released a fucking...
Hey everybody, welcome back. So today I did another thing. Sorry, Yama. We already have a shitload of bikes in here, so it's not like we need more. But the deal is too good to pass up. My friend Matt sent this to me. It's on Craigslist for a couple hours, and it was local, and it's two of my favorite bikes. So let me show you what I got. So on the right here we got a Trail 110, and on the left we got a CT90. They're both seemingly with good compression. The 110 has all the fixins, the auxiliary tank, even has the front mud flap, everything but the key. Yeah, Oregon plates. So I'll have to work to get this in the system, or just sell it with a bill of sale, more likely. That's what I tend to do. Trail 90 apparently has had an experience at Burning Man. So for all you burners out there, if you recognize this thing, let me know. Bet there were some memories made with this. Actually, maybe don't let me know. So yeah, the plan is we're gonna bring them in and battery, valve adjustment, make sure the oil's good, gas obviously, get rid of the old gas, and let's see if we can get them both running in time for that swap meet tomorrow, because that'd be awesome to have some Trail 90s there, right? They sell like hotcakes. One of you in the comments said that you think that this will pop in the sun, and we got that natural light coming in right now, and you can tell the frame is definitely popping in the sun. So that's awesome to see. I don't know how much of a fan I am of the splatter job that I did. When I say splatter, what I essentially did is remove the nozzle off of a black spray paint can, and just got that effect of it being splattered instead of like trying to hit a paintbrush against something. It's definitely random, but you know, in retrospect, I might have been happier without that. At this point, we're committed. The clear coat is on. You can see the silver in the back there, and that fade we were talking about. So yeah, definitely like what's going on with the neck here. And I'm feeling like this might be a bit of a space theme bike with that Jetson style rear fender here. So, you know, I have this window here. I might end up doing a little pinstriping work, like some easy little pinstriping stars, probably in white since the seat's gonna be white. And that's gonna be the overall theme. And then I might go ahead and pinstripe a little bit in white. But getting ahead of myself. Let's get this motor in here and get this thing running before I go overboard on cosmetics, you know? So yeah, we got that. We got the two Honda projects. Definitely got my work cut out for me. So let's get to work. So for all you Honda nuts out there, you're gonna recognize this thing. It's SL175. It's the first one I've ever owned, and it is immaculate. Like, this thing has been gone through. Somebody took really good care of it, restored it. It sat from 2013 unrun, and I was fortunate enough to have my buddy JD find it on Facebook Marketplace. He sent it to me. Thank you, JD. We got it running again, just needed a valve adjustment, new battery, gas, etc. Didn't take much. And this thing rips. So didn't take long. I posted it up. It's already sold. It's going to some collector in Texas, and the shipper apparently is showing up on Tuesday. So I've just been trying not to ride this thing. It's really hard to resist the urge to ride it because it's a lot of fun. But just kind of wanted to show it to you guys and fire it up here. So here's a little tip: when you guys are working on a CT90, you get a battery that oftentimes has a connection like this. What I like to do, just to make it easy on myself, if I don't have the exact kind of battery, you can still find those, but the batteries I tend to get are more like this, as opposed to the wires coming out. So as you can see, I just went ahead and clipped those wires off. I'm gonna make sure that I have good continuity through here, that the terminals are clean, turn on a fresh fuse. This might need to be extended a little bit. This is the ground wire. And then I'm just gonna use a little heat shrink, insulate the ends of these, and then I'll be able to hook up to my terminal and my battery. All right, so the 110, we haven't put a battery on it yet. We're actually going to get the correct battery for this one. And also the ignition didn't come with a key, so that one's on pause. But the Desert Fox here has a toggle switch. And yeah, I put on that battery, modified the tray a little bit. Take a look inside. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it is surprisingly clean in there. It is like a sealed tank. I was expecting much worse. It's bone dry in there. Go ahead and show you. Toggle switch. Yeah, the spark plug pulled. If you guys are ever like in a tough spot, not figuring out what's going on with your Honda, pull the plug. Do what I'm about to do. Should see a good spark like that. So that's one less thing to worry about. Now we're gonna get some gas. Before you really fill these tanks up, because of how the petcocks work and how they're integrated into the carburetor, put a little bit in there. See if these petcocks leak all the time. And if you commit to like a full tank of gas, then you have a bit of a nightmare on your hands, like flooding this all out. It goes all over the garage floor. We don't want that. So yeah, just put a little bit in at a time until you have enough to fill up that float bowl. You can even take off the fuel line if you had to. But yeah, this thing's kind of cool. Whoever did the camo paint job didn't do a horrible job. You can see there's a yellow tank, red side cover. Looks like this might be yellow. Yep. Let's see if we can see. Okay, so this is originally a yellow one. It's coming through the headlight bucket a bit. Yeah, it's a 71, so those are yellow. But yeah, I'm gonna leave the paint as is. I think it's kind of cool. Even dig the fact there's no shrouds up front, just the springs are exposed. So yeah, we're gonna go spend $150 on a gallon of gas. let's do it. Remember that thing I warned you guys about, that these leak? Again, I'm really bad at showing you guys what I'm doing, but you know, when gas is leaking everywhere, you kind of just gotta do what you gotta do quickly. Fortunately, I just put a little bit of gas in there. It was leaking from the petcock, from the filter side on the back, and also the fuel filter that was on there is cracked. So it was leaking in 3 different spots. I was able to fire it up, as you saw, but it was leaking so much gas that I had to take off the tank. Cover had to come off. While I was there, I was like, let's clean out the carb. I used Honda Bond behind this, next to the seal, as well as on the back side of this. Just a little bit, because you don't want to like clog anything, but it creates a nice seal on the aluminum. It usually works. So, what else? Put some air in the tires. I noticed that the headlight was getting brighter as I revved it up, so that's good. That means that the battery is charging off the bike. Yeah, so we're gonna go rip this thing around right now, even though it's freezing cold outside. Let's do it. Alrighty, so we don't have the key, so we're just gonna hotwire this thing, replace the red, that's the power source to your ignition, with the black and white. That's where your power goes out to the kill switch, and the kill switch leads to the coil. So we went ahead and just bypassed that. I should note too that you want to make sure that you don't leave this plugged in this way, because you could burn out your coil. Maybe your kill switch isn't working, so I wouldn't trust that. But here, I'll show you. There we go. So we got a great spark. So now I just need to worry about the carb and should fire it up. I don't have any throttle for some reason. Sure enough, slide is seized. Let's get some WD in there. It's a little bit. It is a carburetor. You don't want to be running WD through your carb. Oh, that's really on there. There we go. So yeah, that's what I was talking about, the slide here. Just gonna clean that off. Toss it right back in. There we go. Throughout time. These poor things, they get a lot of abuse, but they don't take much to get back on the road. And this is a really nice example of one that just sat. It's got 2,000 miles on it, and the auxiliary tank's still on it. Stock ignition switch. Pretty sure that's the stock battery. So I think somebody got to 2,000 miles, their battery died, and this bike just sat. All right, got throttle now. Let's try it. Headlight, I lost it. Hey Liz. Uh-oh. Spoke too soon. Really should have checked those valves and that the cam chain before I try to fire this up. Could just be the carb. We'll see. All right, so I have some good news. We did not float a valve. Instead, we blew a fuse, which might be because I hot wired it, but I also noticed that I had a headlight and then the headlight went off. So something tells me there's something not right in the headlight bucket. That's why I'm gonna take this off right now. Ooh. Oh my God. Oh, that's fun. We got a hornet's nest. Oh boy. That's not what you want to open up. Anybody home? Fuck. God, I'm afraid to find out right now. Hello? Looks like nobody's home. All right, well that's gonna do it for tonight. I did technically get it running, so we're gonna just call that a day. I'm really just gonna put this back on and contain it. I don't think anything's been in there for a while. It looks like it's pretty old. I don't see any. Normally, if there's something going on, you'll see a couple hanging out on the outside. So, knock on wood. Let's hope nobody's home. Just pretend like we didn't see nothing. Yeah. Oh, look at the headlight bulb. Went ahead and fried that. It's not supposed to be off-white like that, so. Yeah, oops. Might have been my hot wire job. So negate what I said, don't do that. I thought it'd be fine, but maybe not. But anyway, Could have just been an old headlight. Who knows? All right, so that's gonna do it for tonight. I would have loved to rip around the 110, but if it's blowing a fuse and I have it hot wired all janky, I don't want to risk burning the wiring harness. Also don't feel like disturbing the hornet's nest tonight. So we're just gonna leave that for another day. If there were hornets in it, I'd feel like more of an obligation to take care of it immediately. But I didn't see any in there, so it'll be okay. Yeah, so felt accomplished today. Tomorrow's the swap meet, so I'm gonna start loading some stuff that I wanna sell. I'm gonna take this CT90, the camo one, and this blue SS50, I think it is. I gotta verify that, I'm not actually sure what it is. I did a VIN check, but it didn't come up with anything, so I don't know. It said it was a 1962 Honda, that's all I got. But yeah, gotta clean up. It is 9:40, so I've been here way too long today. Gotta figure out dinner still. But yeah, feel accomplished. I'll see you guys tomorrow at the swap meet. Alrighty, we're all loaded up for the swap. This is just my stuff. Yama's got a truckload too. So let's hope for a good swap. Alright, so I am really bad at filming shit that's happening. So I'll just give you the commentary. You did pretty good at this swap, sold some stuff, got some cool stuff. Sold that CT90 to my buddy Josh. And we're just gonna put a front tire on for him, and his plan is to take it to Burning Man. So that's cool. I feel like that's the rightful place for that bike since that's where it all started. Picked up a cool Honda hardtail frame from my buddy Neil. I'll show you guys in a sec once I'm unloading this stuff. But right now my priority is to get to my girlfriend who's food poisoned, deliver her some Pedialyte. Poor thing's like been not feeling too great. So I'll catch you guys in a little bit later today. We're gonna unload this stuff and I'll show you what I got. All right, so at this swap we did mostly selling. I definitely felt the urge to buy a lot more than this. I'll kind of go over what I got. We got some World War II era plates. All these are in sets from Illinois. Kind of cool ones. I'll let my buddy Joey go through this and take his favorite. That dude's always hooking it up for us. Some really cool ones in here. And we got some 33 lowers. I think these are dampeners for 33. We'll find out. These are 7/8. So that's actually going to go with this. I'll show you in a sec. And then these are 1 inch. I don't know what these are going to be for yet, but figured they'd be good to get. And then this came from my buddy Neil. It is a Honda hardtail frame for, he said it was for a CB200. I'm pretty sure that a CL175 or CB175 will also bolt in. So we'll find out, but this is the beginning of a Honda chopper, mini chop, that I've always wanted to build. So thanks to Neil for this. Super stoked on that. All right, Yama's gonna help me out. He's very suspicious as to why I'm getting him to do this. Y'all already know.
What am I gonna find?
He's like, how many spider webs are in there? I'm like, none.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Buzz buzz.
Dude, imagine if those all came out.
Oh, I already knew there was nothing in
They
there.
just released a fucking a beehive.
That's a pretty good reaction. Oh,
I
he's
don't
gonna
wanna
grab it
touch
with his
it.
bare hands? Whoa. Guys from Arizona are just built different. It's like gonna take a bite out of it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's a first, right?
Wow.
Oh, he's even gonna put it back in. I was
Yeah.
not expecting that. Thanks, Yama.
Back together it goes.
The other night I was I'll wait to disturb the hornet's nest until tomorrow.
This is like what's in our house right now.
Yeah. Thanks, bro. Yama's the best, guys, if you didn't already know. Sideshow. Come on, Sean can do it. Sean can do it. So thanks everybody for checking out this video. I think next week's video is going to be a crowd favorite. I don't want to spill the beans just yet, but it's a special project for a customer of ours, and I'm really stoked to get going on that. Wanted to thank Rick, who puts on the Hunters Point swap meet, Three Bridge Supply Co. I'm going to put his info in the description. Awesome dude, and yeah, it was really great seeing all the friends out there. So for now, I'm gonna sign off, but thanks everybody for tuning in, and ring that notification bell so you can see the next video. Bye.